Over the last century, technology has developed at an insane pace. I mean, we now have computers in our pockets. This applies to space technology too. Take the Orion rocket, for example. Did you know that the system for the Apollo spacecraft was stored on a 32 kilobyte hard drive? For comparison, your phone has at least 32 gigabytes. We have such advanced computers, we're making flying cars for God's sake. So why don't we hear anything about human flight on Mars? Well, the simple answer is, it's not feasible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's certainly possible, but there's several reasons we don't expand the cost to make it happen. But in order to understand that, we need to understand just how different the Martian environment is than Earth's. Three major differences that make flight on Mars different than Earth. Number one, the Martian atmospheric pressure is just 1% of Earth's, meaning that the speeds needed to gain lift on the planet are extremely quick. Number two, the Martian gravitational pull is 38% of Earth's, meaning there's less pull toward the ground. This is helpful in making flight possible, however, it doesn't come close to canceling out the difference in pressure, like 1% to 38. Number three, the speed of sound on Mars is 3/4 the speed of sound on Earth. This might not seem important, however, when something thin, like a rotary blade or a wing, starts getting close to the speed of sound, they start to experience a very large increase in drag. You might know, however, that there actually has been flight on Mars. The Ingenuity helicopter made its first flight just over a year ago, and they were truly amazing. The first ever flight on another planet. You might just say, why not scale up the helicopter until it fits a human? However, the bigger you get, the faster the edges of the blades are going to spin, and as I stated before, there is a point when that's going to get so fast they'll experience so much drag they'll likely break and warp. There have been ideas for small glider planes before, however they are all made of very light materials and have very limited weight specifications. They're also meant to be deployed on entry to the atmosphere, not launched from the ground. The other way to get a plane in the air is to attach rocket or jet engines and use them to get it to a speed where it can actually lift and fly. The only problem with this is it would take a very long runway to launch and get to the needed speed. This would take too much cost to build, and in the end, it might just be better to relaunch a rocket and use that to roam around the planet. So until we get the technology to create a large amount of speed in a shorter amount of time, probably in the form of a fusion reactor, without taking up a lot of mass, it's just not feasible to get planes on Mars.